Welcome. My name is Chris Clement Gianeza. I'm the founder of GitHub. GitHub, a no-profit organization based in Burundi. Our mission is democratization of knowledge and opportunity. Today, we have a great opportunity to organize for you a webinar, blockchain. This is wonderful. This is special for us because this is not a subject that we usually speak about in Burundi. And today it is wonderful. So I invite my colleague, Don, who will be facilitating the webinar. Please, Don, welcome.
Hello, everyone, and welcome in this webinar. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar, which the topic is understanding blockchain technology and its application. Before we dive into the content, I would like to introduce myself. But as he said, my name is Don Derisa Dushime. I'm the lead manager at ComLab. I'm also the founder of Dushisoft. Dushisoft is a technological company that works for website applications. It is okay. I will be joined by my co-facilitator, Citizen Heaven. She is the brand manager of ComLab. Unfortunately, Citizen is unable to join us today because there is some circumstance. We'll be proceed smoothly, and we will get you through the program. Allow me to share a bit about ComLab. We are committed to bringing innovation and technology to the forefront here in Burundi. One of the most exciting moments in our journey was our first encounter with blockchain technology. We were at Gitega at JuneTech. That experience has inspired us to share this knowledge and to introduce more people to the potential of blockchain. We have also the privilege of collaborating with great partner that is Teen Girls in Blockchain. Host Kene is the founder, also his colleague Elijah. Their contribution have been instrumental in making this program possible, and together we're striving to impact our local community through technology education. Now let's move to the main part of the program. The webinar will be conducted in English, but some who have issue in English, you can translate in French, it is no problem. We will cover various aspects of blockchain technology with the help of experts from Teen Girls in Blockchain, hosts Kene and Elijah. I will introduce them one by one as we go along. Now I think we can start. On Kene and Elijah. Can you please introduce yourself? Just say name and or you do something. Kene?
Okay, yeah. Can you guys hear me? My name is Kene. My name is Ekene Kamchikwezala. I'm the founder of Teen Girls in Blockchain. I work as a media partner, media consultant, and also partnership partner to different brands. We co-founded, or I founded TGIB, in a way to see that we have more females get involved in the blockchain space. I'm super happy to be one of the facilitators or the presenters for today, the speakers for this webinar. And I say you should sit tight to listen to what we're gonna be sharing out in a couple of minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ken, for your rich present introduction. What about Elijah? Elijah, are you around?
Okay, yes, he will be joining.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think we can go on our second segment. That is the introduction of blockchain. We can ask us this question. Have you ever wondered what makes blockchain so revolutionary? that is the question we can ask. We can ask us, all of us. To answer that and more, I'm excited to introduce our first speaker, Ken, who will give us an overview of blockchain technology and its key concept, right? After that, Elijah will take us through a brief history and the evolution of blockchain. Ken, over to you, please.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. I guess Elijah is here. Maybe he some introduction before I get started.
Okay, thanks. We have Ken, we have Elijah around.
Okay, and I think you should actually go ahead and start your presentation. But if you want me to do an intro, yeah, I can do that. So yeah, my name is Elijah, and yeah, I'm the product lead at TGIB. Uh, I've been in tech for over 5 years now. I've worked as a product designer and a project manager. But at TGIB, I basically handle the products from design to development. Yeah, and I think that's a basic intro about myself. And maybe as we move forward, I would give more insights of my dealings in tech. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Elijah, and I'm sorry for how you pronounce the name.
It's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So, can you?
Okay, I don't know if you can permit if I can share my present my screen.
Okay, do it, please. It's okay.
Okay, I'm doing that. Hold on. So I'm going to take everyone through what the blockchain is, how blockchain works as a whole. Okay, just a moment. I'm trying to get that. Okay, so I don't know. You can see my screen, right? Can you see my screen, Don?
Yeah, yeah.
I can see your screen.
Ego. Yeah,
Okay,
can
okay.
see.
So thank you. So I'll be taking us through understanding blockchain and its application. First of all, I'm going to introduce what blockchain is, some features, and then its application, the use cases. But first, we're gonna talk about what is a blockchain. A blockchain is a decentralized ledger that allows data to be stored across network of computers in a way that it makes it nearly impossible to alter or hack. So what it means is that blockchain is just a ledger, an online ledger that you input your data, and it's is immutable, and it's not hackable, like impossibly hackable. That's what it is. It's a new technology, although it has been there. So now it consists of what we call chains of blocks. That's what blockchain is. That is why it's called block and chain. That it has different combinations of chains, which are in blocks, which are in chains. Now it's also those chains contains transactions. When we talk about transactions, it's not only financial transactions. Imputing of data as a transactions, because you are imputing something, you are putting in something to get an output as well, so that's transaction. So these blocks are linked using a cryptography hashes, forming a secured and immutable record. So now there are keywords we have here. We're defining or looking or having an overview of the blockchain. We have secured, we have immutability. Now you could ask yourself, what is immutability? Immutability is that it means the records on the blockchain, or records or things are not being altered, things are not being changed, things cannot be deleted. That's what immutability means. Now it's secured, and is immutable, meaning it's no one can tamper it, and it cannot be changed. So what it means, that the blockchain, in a layman language, I would say blockchain is just like a ledger where you impute data as transactions, and put other things, and you cannot change it. No one in the world or no one have access to change it. Now we have few key features of blockchain. Number one, we look at what is called decentralization. First of all, what is decentralization? Decentralization is a situation where, or is a scenario where things are decentralized. There is no central body or power that controls a certain thing. Now we are on this call. I guess our admin who is done is someone who have access, who can always give us permission to talk, to do this, to do that. But in the world of the blockchain, it's decentralized where everybody can participate and put any data he or she feels that it needs to be on the blockchain, and it's validated. Now, decentralization, unlike the central traditional central systems, blockchain does not rely on a single point of control like how we have like the banks we have, like Google and the rest. No, blockchain is not that way. Anything on the blockchain is decentralized, that people can see, people can access, and people can, do with it whatever they want to at any given time. So it operates on a P2P network where participants have a copy of the ledger. So what it means is that if I put a transaction on the blockchain, if I put a transaction or if I put a data on the blockchain, you in Burundi or you in Angola or you in Nigeria have access to it. And if you also put your own data on the blockchain, I also can have a share, like a copy of the ledger, to know what has been going on the ledger. Unlike the centralized ledgers where we have, like in the banks, like on some social media platforms like Facebook and the rest of them, these people have our access. They have access to what we have, and they are the only ones seeing the ledger as well. Now, another key features of this is what we call transparency. Transactions on the blockchain are transparent, are visible to all participants, ensuring transparency and trust. Now, on the blockchain, if one puts a data, okay, an example is let me say I want to send money naira to Mr. Elijah, 20 naira to Mr. Elijah, and I'm sending it through the blockchain. Now, if I sent 20 naira to Mr. Elijah, it's stated that I sent 20 naira to Mr. Elijah. Don is seeing it. People in Burundi is seeing it. I cannot lie to say, oh, I didn't put this on the. I didn't put 20 naira. I put 10 naira. No, it's there and it's recorded that it's 20 naira and it's not going to be changed. So now it makes Mr. Elijah trust me the more, to know that I kept to my word and this is what I sent. And there is no third party, that will be able to take out any percentage to say he's sending or she's sending that money. Now, security, the use of cryptography and consensus mechanism ensures the integrate and security of the data. So with the use of cryptography, it makes every information on the blockchain very secure and safe, that it cannot be altered or changed because it's on the cryptography. And cryptography are things that makes they are a form of codes that people only you can interpret but you cannot change. So that's what cryptography is all about. Now, the three keywords you have to note about the blockchain is: one, you have to know that, or five keywords I would say, or okay, four keywords. Number one is immutable. Number two, it is decentralized. Everybody can participate, anybody can participate from all over the world. Um, two, three, it's transparent. It's transparent. When I mean transparent, you have access, you are seeing it. Every data you want, you are seeing it. Now, the fourth one is secured. So blockchain is secure, that people trust it more than they trust most technologies these days, because every data you are placing on the blockchain, you are actually seeing it being secured and not being tampered. So that is it for the introduction of blockchain. I can go ahead with the history and evolution of blockchain. I don't know if Dom, can I go ahead?
Yeah, you can go ahead, but or just let Elijah introduce it. I don't. Elijah, are you ready to introduce the history and the future?
Oh, about the history and the evolution of blockchain, I think it's best Mr. Ekene handles it. Yeah, because that's what you prepared for.
Okay.
Okay.
Can go ahead, please.
Okay, yeah. So thank you very much for that, Mr. Elijah. Now, blockchain, people think blockchain just started maybe yesterday or 10 years ago or thereabout. No, this is just the history and evolution from research as well. Early concept like in the 90s, 1970s and 1990s, that was when the foundation of blockchain was actually laid. It was laid with the development of cryptography, which is the basic concept, one of the basic concept of blockchain, which makes it very secure and very unique. So now, those concepts like the cryptographic concept like key, public key cryptography, digital signature. So in 1991, stood at Habra and Scott, describe this system for a time stamp. What it means is that we have issues of accountability around the globe, but these guys came up with something like that would be able to help keep account of time stamping. What it means is that timing of people, instead of people backdating details like we know in the traditional words, you can backdate transactions, you can backdate other things as well. So you see that now it comes in play where it has time stamping and digital recording to prevent backdating. Now in 2008, Bitcoin came on board with and a blockchain becoming more open. So the real breakthrough came in 2008 when an anonymous entity known as Satoshi Nakamoto introduced Bitcoin. So that was the first cryptocurrency alongside other underlying technology like blockchain. Now, cryptocurrency was now built on the blockchain, and that was the first use case of blockchain. That was the Bitcoin. So this marked the beginning of Bitcoin evolution. So that's in 2008 was when the blockchain had the first evolution. That's in the financial sector, and that gave birth to what we call the Bitcoin, which many of us know today, and they don't know the technology behind it, knowing that is blockchain. Now, okay, this marked the beginning of blockchain evolution as a means to achieve a decentralized digital currency. Now, beyond Bitcoin, from 2014 till date, it has gone beyond Bitcoin. Blockchain has gone beyond Bitcoin. What it means is that blockchain have been recognized in different dimensions and different sectors. Now, blockchain's potential was recognized beyond Bitcoin when Ethereum was introduced in 2015, which allowed what we call the smart contract. This smart contract means self-executed executing contracts with the terms directly written on code. So it in 2015 brought the emergence of what we call the smart contract, and what gave birth to what we call the DeFi. So this opened up to ranges of application beyond finance. Now, like I said, in 2008 was when we had a Bitcoin come in play, and Bitcoin was mainly just for the finance aspect. That's the banking sector, finance sector where you receive money and all that. But now in 2015, when Ethereum came up with smart contracts, it now opened up a whole lot of opportunity for people to see that blockchain is quite beyond Bitcoin, is quite beyond cryptocurrency. Now it gave birth to what they call smart contract that enables application of blockchain, in supply chain, voting system, digital identity, agriculture, and education. So this is just the history and evolution. And after 20 from 2014 till date, there have been so many evolutions like metaverse, like the digital world built on the blockchain, which is called the metaverse, where people now go to works online and the rest of them. So it has given birth to so many things like what we call the real world assets, people building estates on real estate on the blockchain, people building what we call refi, that's a regenerative finance, So many things have been on board. Even people building what we call sociify finance, people building social media on the blockchain. Opening up so many things. So that's the history and evolution of blockchain.
Okay, thank you so much, Ken, for that insightful explanation. You have helped us understand the correct concept of blockchain, especially its immutability, security, transparency, decentralization. You have also given another variable look into the history of blockchain and its evolution and how it has evolved into powerful technology we know today. Now let's take things a step further, and we dive in segment 3. That is how blockchain works. A found that is actually inside a blockchain block. So, but I can say if any participant here has any question about what can does, you can just write in chat. He will be answering that in the last segment. Okay. Now, Kene will guide us through the structure of blockchain, explaining how blocks and transaction and nodes work together, and Elijah will help us to differentiate the difference between public and private blockchain. Kene, please go ahead, Kene.
Okay, yeah, so now we have what I call the key concept. Some of the key concept of blockchain is a decentralized ledger, which we have already stated, is a distributed network, which means it's a P2P. Anyone across the world could be able to use it. Is distributed across. So in a blockchain, data are not stored in a single block, like I have here. Instead is distributed across the network of computers. So each participant, which are the nodes, in those networks, have a copy. So what it means is that anything stored on the blockchain and means that if Mr. Dom have the copy, Mr. Elijah have the copy, Mr. Dom, even if Mr. Dom change what he has, which is impossible, Mr. Elijah have it to prove to him that this is what it is. And like 1 million people all over the world also have it with them, that this is what it is. You understand? So this is a distributed network. Now, one of the things we'll also look at, I don't know if you guys can hear me properly. One of the things we also look at is the consensus mechanism. That's how
Yeah.
does blockchain work? How does blockchain really work? So now, blockchain relies on consensus mechanism to validate and agree on the current state of the ledger. So some common mechanisms of the way it works is, one of it is what we call proof of work. So there are some blockchains that use proof of work. Things like Bitcoin. So they requires node miners to solve a complex mathematical problem before they could be able to add a block. You understand? So those ones are done with the computers and it's already on the node. So number two is what we call proof of stake. The proof of stake is uh, these people who are validators. There are people who are validators based on a number of tokens and number of what we call tokens, that's allocation and stakes they have. So those ones are not a proof of stake. And then we have also what we call delegated proof of stake, and then also Besmanti faulty tolerance. Okay, those ones are other kind of consensus mechanism. These are consensus mechanism are what makes proofs or ways that different blockchain works and to get their results and also approve transactions, because those transactions cannot be approved if we don't have what we call nodes, because blockchain works with nodes. So we will look at what is the difference between a blockchain. I think I will just stop here. Then maybe Mr. Elijah will take on, or we can have some questions or something around. We have different between a blockchain and traditional way of storing things. We have blockchain and traditional ways of storing things like the Amazon, I think the AWS, the Google Cloud, and the rest of it. Now, in the blockchain, it is decentralized and distributed across all nodes. Two, which we talk about immutability. Once recorded, once the data is recorded, data cannot be altered or deleted. Number three is that it uses cryptography and is a consensus-based security. Then number four is that every participant, anyone who is in the blockchain, anyone who is participating in the blockchain, have access to view all that is in the blockchain. Five is that the data are added, in blocks. The data are added in a chain of blocks. Then six we have is generally scalable. It requires only network consensus. It doesn't require a central body to take it up. Then the cost is low. The cost is related to computer power and consensus. So the cost is low. You don't pay much to use the blockchain. In the blockchain space, you don't pay much to use the blockchain. Then the last one is that it's ideal for trustless environment and digital assets. So the digital asset we talk about is the cryptocurrencies. It helps become anonymous when you are doing transactions in cryptocurrencies, and it helps the P2P interaction of cryptocurrencies. Now, if we look at the traditional databases we have, like the AWS, cloud, and some other cloud computing, and the rest, is controlled by a single entity. They can wake up any day to take down your details. Two is that the data can be modified or deleted. That's what I'm saying. The one of the things why we advocate that people should be able to go into to use the blockchain technology, because so people's data can be deleted by traditional database owners. The security depends on the database admin and also fireworks, which can be attacked by virus anytime, any day. Data are stored in tables for traditional databases. Is also highly scalable in horizontal or vertical scaling of options. Now the cost depend on the infrastructure and licensing fee. Now you see that if you are using AWS or you are using cloud computing, you are buying spaces. If you want to store your data, you are buying spaces. But in the blockchain, you don't buy space in the blockchain. It's an open source where you come to contribute and have your own quota, your own space. Now it's suitable for it's only suitable for businesses. Okay, there is suitable for businesses application requiring high performance. Things like Google and the rest. I think they use traditional database because they would want to control what the users or what they have within the data they have within them as well. So how does blockchain works? Blockchain works in a very simple way. Blockchain is structured blocks transaction nodes. So I will define what a block is, define what transaction is, and then define what a node is as well. Now, the first is what is a block? Blockchain consists of blocks, a series of blocks containing list of transactions. So each block has a unique identifier called a hash, and it contains inside the hash it contains what we call timestamp, a referral to the previous block, and a list of transactions. So what it means is that in the blockchain now, each block you have timestamp. That is the timing of that transaction you did, or the timing of the imputation of a data. It's there, it's timestamp, it doesn't change. Two, you have a reference to the previous data being imputed on the blockchain. Now, what it means is that if I'm imputing maybe Mr. Dom's data at 3 p.m., 3 p.m., now once I impute it into the blockchain and it's stored in a block, that block will contain transactions done 258, 259, 257, before the 3 o'clock. I imputed that. So now it also has it have what we call that's the hash. Now it also has list of transactions, which are the transactions that have been done before I imputed Mr. Dom's data. Now it has a unique hash generated from the blocks data, meaning it also have its own hash. So that's why blockchain is unique in its own way. Now we talk about what is transaction. These are records of data transferred between participants on the blockchain. Now it doesn't mean that transactions mean only the financial, like I said, only the financial interaction done on the blockchain. No, transactions can be data imputation, that's your school data imputation, health record, supply chain record, educational record, agricultural records imputed on the blockchain. These are called transactions. So these records of data, these transactions are grouped into a blocks and validated by nodes before being added to the blockchain. Now, what is a node? Node are computer connected to the blockchain network. They store and maintain the blockchain complete. They store and maintain the blockchain's complete record and validate new transaction blocks. So there are different nodes we have. There are different nodes, different kinds of nodes, such as they have the full node and they have the light node. Though the full node, these are ones that stores the entire blockchain, while the light nodes are the one that stores only part of it. So there are people who run the full node, there are people who run the half node. So note that blockchain, like I said, that blockchain is immutable. So even if a node is taken out in the process of a transaction, it does not mean that the transaction will not be complete. The transaction will be complete and the transaction will be valid as well, even if there is an exemption of one or two nodes. Maybe the computers are not online. Still, the transaction would be able to go through. So now let's differentiate between a public blockchain and a private blockchain. What are public blockchains? Public
Okay,
blockchain,
thank you so
okay.
much. Yeah, thank you so much, Rene, for that brilliant and clear explanation. It is really exciting how much we are learning together. You have given us a solid understanding of a broker transaction and node. For that, some say node, but let's continue. And how they come together to form the foundation of blockchain technology. It is fascinating to see how this concept power the technology behind so many innovation, and there are more and more to come. Elijah will now walk us through the difference between public and private blockchains, helping us understand how the system function and in different settings. Also, I encourage everyone, the participant, to keep the conversation going by sharing your question in the chat. We'll make sure to address them during the question and answer session. Elijah, over to you, please.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Don. The major difference between public blockchain and private blockchain is it's quite easy to understand. So public is when something is general, it's accessible. Anybody can actually use this. Anybody can actually contribute to this. So public blockchains are open to everybody. I can add to this blockchain. I can add to this blockchain. It's transparent. Everybody can see what is happening from anywhere, from Burundi, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from the US. Anybody can see what's happening. So the security is actually a very robust because nobody can actually change it. Because if I want to change it, I require um a connect to actually accept these changes before it's going to work. So nobody can actually change it because it's public. There are different nodes from here and there. You can't actually just go and change things without confirming from the other nodes that yes, that we can confirm this. While private is usually within a company like GitHub, maybe they have their own blockchain. If the founder wants to do something, I can just call the co-founder, please accept this transaction, or please accept this a smart contract, or please accept this code I'm running so that the blockchain can work. So it's usually within a group of people or a community, right? So if I want to do something in a private blockchain, it's easier for me to actually make changes to a document, make changes to a data, make changes to a file or a transaction or whatever you're doing on that blockchain. So that's a that's the major difference between public and private. It's just easy. Public is everybody, is worldwide, is in the entire universe. It's just there. Nobody has an actual control of it. You have to actually consult the different nodes in the world to make changes. Why private is within a community. And I think Mr. Kenny has more extensive explanation of this, but this is the most basic explanation you get anywhere of the major difference between public blockchain and the private blockchain. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Elijah, for that enlightening explanation. You have really clarified the difference between public and private blockchain. I think we understand it, and it is amazing to see how this concept impacts various application of blockchain technology. Now let's move on. Let's move on to those segment 4, that is blockchain use case. Did you guys know that blockchain is more than just about cryptocurrency? Do you guys know that? It is making a significant impact in many other areas as well, not only cryptocurrency. So to explore that further, Kenny will introduce us to some key use case in financial service, supply chain, and healthcare, followed by Elijah, who will discuss its application in government and public service. Let's dive in now. Kenny, the stage is yours, please. Kenny?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Hello, Don, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Okay. If we are to talk about the use cases of blockchain, we have different use cases of blockchain in different segments. Number one, like in the financial sector. Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So like in the financial sector, we have what we call cryptocurrency. So that's where cryptocurrency comes into play. Is Cryptocurrency is a digital form of money online. It's a digital currency that can be exchanged for goods and services. So now that's where blockchain come into play. Like I said, in 2008, when Satoshi Nakamoto, we don't know if it's an individual, we don't know if it's a group of persons, came up with that use case to say, okay, let's test run Bitcoin, so which is cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is one of the use cases of blockchain in the financial sector. Now, the second other one is remittance. You understand? Traditional remittance costs. Like you can bet me, Dom, that if you want to receive money in Western Union, in Burundi, you know what you go through, and you know the cost. You know things you spend, money that can be taken like third party and the rest. But with the blockchain coming into play, it takes out so many things. It takes out the third party and the rest. Now, traditional remittance are costly and slow, but in the blockchain base, such as people like Stellar network, Repo network, they facilitate cross-border payments in Europe, in America, and as well as they also trying in Africa. So many companies are also using the blockchain in Africa to make transaction low and also fast. Now, if you go to the supply chain, we have it in transparency. We use it for transparency and traceability. Now you can track you can track your goods and your goods in the supply chain with blockchain, because it gives a decentralized ledger of tracking goods in real time, and also raw materials, where they are coming from to the finish point. You also see that as well. So also you see blockchain smart contract also comes into play in terms of supply chain. where when codes are written, like some documentation, people don't need to be coming to the office to sign. Somebody can be in China or in Burundi and wants to export sugar to Sweden. He or she can just have a smart contract, and it's executed on its own, that the buyer in Sweden pays $50,000, and he receives it, and he also release the sugar he's sending to Sweden. Because if the transaction, if the buyer does not send the money to trigger the smart contract that I have paid, and you, Mr. Don, does not also trigger that, okay, I have released these goods, the smart contract remains there. So that's why it's called a smart contract. So you just it executes on its own without paperwork. And then you talk about the healthcare sector, is doing a whole lot of things in the, it can be used in a whole lot of things. We look at the drug traceability. Now most I won't say most, but some pharmaceutical companies are using blockchain, to track their drugs, where it's being supplied. People also use it to know authenticity of drugs, and also people use it to combat counterfeit of medication. I know that the World Health and the UN are also exploring that, to see that the distribution of drugs and production of drugs as well in the world at large is being monitored. That is it for the use cases in the financial sector, supply chain, and also healthcare. I think Mr. Elijah might will be able to give update on, like, more details on government and maybe other use cases.
Yeah, thank you
Okay,
so
okay.
much, Mr.
Thank
Ikene.
you.
Yeah, so actually I was going to talk about these use cases later when I start going over my slide and all that. But yeah, so in the government we can use blockchain in the voting system. We also use it in digital identity. So if you are trying to like have an election right now in Burundi, so you can actually vote on the blockchain, so that we know that once these votes has been casted from this smart contract, you can't alter it, you can't change it. It's not like if you voted, you voted. Like it's nothing like, oh, I want to vote for someone else. I want to take back my vote. No, it's like it's not going to work. So once you vote, you voted. So the blockchain keeps track of activities. So if you vote at 9 a.m. in the morning, if you vote at 10 p.m. at night, it's going to be written there that you voted at so time for so place, and it can't be changed. So that's a good one and a good use case for the blockchain. So it can be used in our election system and our voting system. Yeah. So another one is the digital identity. So let's say Don in Burundi wants to put his name on the blockchain, or he's trying to go into the government, or he's trying to go into politics, and he goes to the blockchain and writes his full name, where he was born, the name of his family, at the school he attended or the school he's attending, the business he's doing. Once he posts his profile on the blockchain, it remains like that till eternity. In 20 years, 30 years, it's going to still be like that. Nobody can change it, nobody can delete it. So there's nothing um like Don's name was changed, or Don changed his name from Don to Son. So there's nothing like changing names, changing identity. It remains like that, and it's going to keep remaining like that wherever you go, as long as you put it on the blockchain. So that's another use case of the blockchain. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Elijah. You have told us that you have your presentation ready, right?
Yeah. I'm going to share my screen right now.
Yeah, it would be really helpful.
I'm actually sharing from another distance. On that computer. Yeah, my name is showing twice. So can the admin give me access to share? Okay.
Please,
Okay,
can
sure,
you
sure.
give, you know,
Yeah.
so
I've
can
seen
you,
it right now. I can see. Yeah, it works right now. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will see the code. VS
Okay.
Code.
Please give me a sec. I'm trying to have a lot of tabs running. Oh, hold on. I'm going to try sharing again. Okay. Yeah, so you can see my screen, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to start from the beginning.
It's okay now.
Let's fix the notes. Can you still see my screen? Can anyone see my screen?
Hi to everyone.
Now, no.
Okay.
I can't see from my end.
Okay, just give it a
You can
second. I
see.
think. Yeah. It's actually coming up. Can anyone see? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay, this is a little about me. I think I've already talked about it, so let's dive into. So what are smart contracts? So basically smart contracts are programs that are stored on the blockchain, and they carry out any task you are going to carry out. Like if you're trying to deploy cryptocurrencies on the blockchain, you use smart contracts. If you're trying to deploy an NFT, like an NFT is a digital art. So if you draw something and you want to put it on the blockchain, you have to write a smart contract for it because it runs through a smart contract to the blockchain. You don't just deploy it like that. It works as a smart contract. So the smart contracts are like programs that work on the blockchain. So once I'm trying to send a cryptocurrency to Mr. Kenen Nigeria, it goes through a smart contract, and the smart contract has to agree. My smart contract and his smart contract, they have to come into an agreement for that transaction to work. So if there is no agreement, the smart contract doesn't work. I'm going to move forward. Yeah, like I said, literally they are written in code and contain a set of rules that both parties agree. So once the conditions are met, the contract is automatically enforced without the need for a central authority. So once our smart contracts agree that this transaction is going to happen, I'm sending $10 to Mr. Kene, and Mr. Kene is expecting the $10. So smart contract agrees that this transaction is going to happen. It's like two people agreeing to something. So once they agree, it works. There's a smart contract. There's a smart contract program that has worked. So moving forward, we're going to look at how it works. Like I said, transferring tokens of cryptocurrency when certain conditions are satisfied, imposing financial penalties if objectives are not met, automatically executing predefined rules. So they're just like rules and agreements. Once these rules are met, once there's an agreement between two bodies, there is a smart contract in that agreement. So if those rules are not met, like the blockchain rules and standards are not met, there won't be any transaction on the blockchain. So everybody has to accept and play their own part for a smart contract to work. So where can we use smart contracts? Yeah, I would have loved if this is more if this is more interactive, because I would have loved to hear people answer some questions that I'm asking, because it helps me explain better. Where can we use smart contracts? Do you have an idea where we can use smart contracts?
What's smart contract?
Where can we use it? Do you have an idea?
I can say that.
You can.
I can say that it is the logic behind. It is the logic behind the behind blockchain.
Yeah, we know it's a logic behind blockchain, but where can we use it? Mr. Ken has talked about um use cases of blockchain. So where can we use smart contracts?
Hello?
So I'm going to just tell us where we use smart contracts. So we use smart contracts in finance, in supply chain management, and identity management. Just like I explained earlier, that once done has uploaded this profile on the blockchain, that nobody can change it. That's also through smart contracts. So those are codes, those are agreements, those are logics behind blockchain. So once you do something on the blockchain, it goes through smart contract. So yeah, so in finance, in supply chain management, which is tracking goods and tracking payments, and in identity management, which is uploading your profile and stuff like that, and also in our voting systems. So these are use cases of smart contracts or where smart contracts work. So we are going to move forward to the next thing, blockchain security and future trends. Let me get this slide. Yeah, blockchain security and future trends. So one of the major blockchain security is decentralization. Nobody has a controlled access to it. So Mr. Kene cannot say I'm in charge of the blockchain. I'm the one that's going to control the transaction that's going to be happening today from Nigeria. No, he can't do that. So nobody has access to control the blockchain or what happens on the blockchain, because they are like nodes and smart contracts in different places. So once you are trying to make something happen, it's just going to happen on its own. Once all the nodes agree, they are just going to happen. So nobody's going to stop it, and nobody's going to like pause it. All you can do is start it. Once you start something, it just starts running. You understand? So that's decentralization. Nobody has access to control it. So um so there's cryptography too in blockchain, whereby I can decide to send send on something, and I use cryptography. I use a code that no one understands except him. You understand? Yeah, that's the meaning of cryptography. So I can actually write something that only Don understands, and it's only me and Don that can understand what I've written. Nobody else can understand it. That's another way of using blockchain security. So it's using decentralization and cryptography. It can also be used as a consensus mechanism, like proof of work and proof of stake to validate transaction. So in cryptocurrency, when you're trying to make a transaction, it uses the proof of work and the proof of stake. It shows that yeah, this other node is trying to actually work on something, and the other node from second or done is saying yes, I'm actually seeing that this node is actually trying to connect to me. So if those two nodes are not connecting, there's not going to be a transaction or an activity. So that's the consensus mechanism. There has to be an agreement. So blockchain security also has immutability, whereby nobody can alter it. Once you've placed a transaction, and maybe you did the transaction yesterday, you sent $10 to Mr. Kennedy yesterday, you can't go back and take back that $10 because you've sent it. So there's nothing like I want to reverse the money I've sent to you. It's not done. Once you've done something on the blockchain, you've done it. There is no reversal. There's no deletion. You can't delete it. You can't reverse it. You can't actually make any changes. Once it has happened, it has happened. Once it's live, just like we are live now, it's live. Like nobody can say, okay, we are going to stop this from running. That's the immutability part of blockchain security. So best practices for blockchain security is one, use strong cryptographic algorithms and key management procedures. So if I'm trying to send a data to Don in Burundi and I want to encrypt it using cryptography so that no one else can know what I've sent. So I have to use a strong cryptography mechanism or algorithm so that no one else can actually decode what I've sent to Don. implement robust access controls and authentication mechanism. So I think a few months ago we were trying to do something at TGIB. So we needed to like get signees, yeah, on the blockchain. So we needed like six signees, Mr. Kenemi and some other people. So if Mr. Kenemi is trying to make a transaction or is trying to change whatever we've done on that blockchain, right? He needs to call me and four other people before he can make changes to that stuff. If not, that stuff won't work. So Mr. Kane cannot actually work alone if he doesn't see the rest of the team on the blockchain. That's another example of a private blockchain, like we spoke earlier. So everybody in that company has to come together for that blockchain to work. So that's the meaning of this implementing robust access controls and authentication mechanism. So if others on the team doesn't give Mr. Kenny access to send out that money, Mr. Kenny cannot send out the money. If others on the team doesn't give Mr. Kenny access to delete something, Mr. Kenny cannot delete that file. So that's the robust access controls. So it's like an authentication or an OTP. I don't know if there's OTP in Burundi. If you're trying to make a transaction, they have to send you a code. So actually put that code before you make that transaction. So it's just like that. So if you don't call the other team members to come and say, yes, I agree to this thing Mr. Kenny wants to do, Mr. Kenny cannot do it. So that's the implementing robust access. So regularly monitoring and auditing the blockchain network for suspicious activities. Yeah, there are blockchain auditors right now. So what they do basically is they come and go through your blockchain and monitor your transactions and audit whatever that has happened on your blockchain, then give you feedback of how to of, of how to make it better, of how to make it more secured. So that's the mean of regularly monitoring and auditing your blockchain. Because if you don't audit your blockchain, you don't know where you've done something wrong or where you've left some key traces for hackers or for scammers to use your blockchain. Yeah. So another one is keep software and protocols up to date with the latest security patches. Yes. So as we know, there is always a new thing out there in tech. There's a new way to do stuff. There's a new way to secure stuff. So if you're not regularly using those technologies in blockchain to secure your stuff, I mean, people can actually get access to your stuff if your stuff is outdated and there's no actual good security for your stuff. Yeah, so educate users on security best practices such as using strong password. Yeah, I see most people they use the same password for all their stuff. Like, maybe Don uses a 1 2 3 4 for his Facebook, for his Instagram, for his banking application, for all his stuff on his phone, so he doesn't forget the password, right? And most of us do that. I used to do that too, but it's good to use a strong password for different password for different things. Because if I have that same password that Don uses for his banking app, I can use that same password to access other things Don has. But if Don uses different password for different applications and stuff, I can access other stuff even if I hack one of his stuff. So yeah, it's good to implement different password. And I recommend if you're trying to set up a password, you should add extra symbols like plus, minus, hash, star. Yeah, use stuff like that. It's rare for your stuff to get hacked if you use special symbols for your passwords. Yeah, avoid phishing scam. Yeah, and this is like the best and the most recent scam right now is phishing scam because you just send you a link and you think that link is from the actual source. Maybe your banking system sends you a link normally, and then someone sends you a link to using the name of your banking system, and you think, yeah, this is them. And once you click on that link, they get access to your passwords, your files, your documents, your wallet. I've had someone that lost over 2,000 USD from phishing scam. They sent him the link, or actually, they didn't send him any link. He was using Google, so he was trying to search for something, and then he searched for the wrong website because it was looking at, like, let's say the website is streamyard.com, but that one was StreamYard, and there's 2D. But you won't see that other D. You would think it's just 1D because you've seen StreamYard. But you didn't know there's an extra D on the yard. Now you click on that StreamYard.com and you think is your actual StreamYard. You understand? And then you start making transaction. Once you input your password, they take your password from the back end and they hack your account. And you do that transaction. They let you do that transaction, complete your transaction. Then when you go back to sleep, they will do their own transaction and they'll take your money. So that's phishing scam. The link looks like the actual link, but there's a difference. So if you don't pay attention to the links you access on the internet, you might actually get caught up with phishing scam. So the next thing on our table is next on our table is blockchain trends. Yeah, so according to statistics, I used to have the statistics here. Probably I'll drop it with the organizers. So the trends of blockchain is going to be IoT with blockchain infrastructure. So IoT means Internet of Things, like that we're going to be having like like products, physical products that are going to actually have blockchain in them. Like maybe we have like cars, we have like machines that are going to be built on the blockchain in the future. So there's going to be a blockchain infrastructure in them that before you drive this car, you have to pay with a Bitcoin or you have to pay with Ethereum before you drive this car. Or you can pay for your gas with blockchain. You can pay for your fuels with blockchain. Yes, that's IoT with blockchain infrastructure. The second one is tokenization of assets. We already know that there is Bitcoin or Bitcoin has been existing. So moving forward, we're going to be having like more assets that are going to be tokenized. And maybe this clothes I'm wearing now, I'm going to be buying it on the blockchain. If I want to buy a clothes, yes, I have to pay with the blockchain or I have to pay on the blockchain with cryptocurrencies. So that's tokenization of assets. Everything you have, you can pay with the blockchain. You can pay for your groceries with the blockchain. You can pay you can pay for your house on the blockchain. Like there's going to be a lot of stuff to pay for on the blockchain. Now it's going to be easy, and there's not going to be like any network issues when you're paying on the blockchain because once it has gone, it has gone. The next one is the rise of NFTs. I know most of us know about NFTs already. Probably NFTs are not on the rise yet, like it should be right now, because of the different noise worldwide. But there's going to be a rise of NFTs. People are going to go into digital art, like 3D printing on the blockchain, like a lot of stuff, graphic design on the blockchain. There's going to be a lot of like NFT stuff coming up too. So you need to actually watch out for this. If you know how to draw, like this is the best time for you to start enhancing your skills in drawing. Trying to draw with digital art, maybe get an iPad or something. Because once the rise of NFTs come, people that draw, they are going to make a lot of money from NFT. So the next one is metaverse. We all know about the metaverse, the virtual reality, augmented reality, where it feels like you're in Burundi, but once you're in the metaverse, it looks like you're in Canada or you're in the US. So metaverse is going to be coming soon. And I mean it's here already, but you're going to be having more of it once the tech guys have actually done what they want to do. So there's also BaaS. BaaS means blockchain as a service. It's basically the same thing like IoT with blockchain infrastructure. So it's just like building software on the blockchain. So there's going to be a lot of apps, dApps, decentralized applications, websites, Web3 apps on the blockchain. I know we have that already, but there's going to be more. There's going to be more with more security and more enhancement and all that. So the next thing on my slide is the references. So if you're looking at reading more about the future trends of the blockchain security, you can look up these two websites. One is from the Harvard University, and the other one is from investopedia.com. So yeah, with that, I would say this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Elijah. I think I find it now, Elijah, for that comprehensive presentation. You have covered a lot of ground and provided us with invaluable insight into blockchain technology, it's clear that your knowledge is extensive, and we appreciate you sharing it with us. So I see, I see Miss Citizen,
Yeah,
Citizen.
I think Citizen, she's having some problem with connection. I don't know if she will try to join us.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I have to jump in, I think we this is wonderful. We got a lot of questions in the comments. I don't know if our experts are having a look on the comment. Some questions I don't know. I think you have already addressed some of them. Do you want guys don't we read it, or can you guys do yourself the
Okay.
questions so we can address them?
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a question. I think that is for me. Maybe the person attended was in the class in during the June Tech, or is it during this conversation?
Yeah.
Uh, he asked, okay, question: if blockchain can be public and private, how then a private maintain transparency? About transparency, Kenneth told us, told us that any use of blockchain can, okay. Now, Mr. Elijah pointed something when he was talking about private and public blockchain. We have, I also said it in during the June Tech. We have three kinds of blockchain. We have the private, we have the public, and then we have the custodian blockchain. Now, the private blockchains are not basically used for public use. These are used, like Mr. Elijah pointed as well, are used by private firms within the organization. Now, why they use it is that most of the information they are storing there, because it's an organizational information, is not being out there in the public. So companies that let's use example, companies that does ammunition, like rifle, bullets, some other things, they actually most of them are using, some of them are actually using the blockchain, but they are using the private because it's within them, is a security stuff that people, if they put it out there, people can access certain information which is not supposed to be. So that is it. Most blockchains that we talk about today are basically the public ones where people openly see what is happening. So that is used by hospitals, and some hospitals as well use private blockchains in terms of storage of um, patients' data. Most of the data they still, like, because of in some individuals, because of their health, they cannot give out information on maybe the health of a president, the sickness he has and all that. You cannot just go online and you are seeing that. Is a crucial stuff, and some other things. There are other secured information that will be there as well. The security agencies use private blockchain to store information when maybe when they are looking for they are classified for what they call classified informations. So that's my answer to that question. So transparency is also maintained there because those people in the organization are seeing those information, but for the public it's not being used. That's my answer to the question. I don't know if you have any question to answer,
Yeah,
Mr. Elijah.
yeah, Mr. Yeah,
Okay, I have another one here
sorry, Kenan.
by
Sorry, Kenan.
Naha. Okay.
I think you mentioned June Tech. Some people are not online; they don't understand, and I think you will get one question about it. Why are we doing what we are doing? I think can you a little bit, because I think it's very good to have a background. Why are we doing what we are doing? In which stage
Okay.
are we now? And because now we have as well Citizen and Mr. Don, who are your students. So that this is an honor to
Yeah.
have a teacher and a student the same platform. So perhaps you share just before addressing further the question, just to clarify what you mentioned June Tech. You are a Burundian. You were in Burundi. You spend the time teaching students and they bring blockchain in Burundi, because what we needed with the blockchain, this emerging technology, people are always confused cryptocurrency and the blockchain. That was the matter we have perhaps in Burundi. But now the good is that there is now new regulation in Burundi, whereby we are pushing. I think we are pushed toward that. So yeah, I would like just to mention in one word what was June Tech and what was the experience in June Tech. Then you can perhaps give it Don and the Citizen, if the question is good, they will take 1 minute, and then you can go on with answering questions. With yeah, if it's possible, please.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much for that. Actually, I was in Burundi. Was an amazing experience for the June Tech. The June Tech is a program that was organized by Kit Hub and a couple of partners who helped put that together. We had people who came to learn a lot of technology, not only blockchain, AI was taught, IoT was taught. Some persons were also taught how to write business ideas, how to structure it, how to also their business model, how it should work. We had a lot of things like pitching competition. We had a lot of exhibition from my students, Don and Citizen. They built amazing projects. People in the AI as well built it. So June Tech is a I think is a annual event that happens in Burundi, organized by KitHub and KitHub, and also we as a founder of Teen Girls in Blockchain, we are partnering with them to see that this will happen every year and as it goes on. So back to the question I have here. Someone I know someone was asking, okay, suppose that you do send a transaction after and see that you use the wrong address. address how do you cancel it? There is a saying in my in Nigeria, but it's from the Yoruba tribe. We say Otilo, that it's gone, it's gone. You understand? So it's gone. So any transaction done on on a wrong network or on a wrong address in the blockchain, you can see it that you sent it. You are seeing it, but the truth is that the money is gone. It's just there in the thin air, and nobody can eventually access it. So that's why we advocate that you very being careful when you are copying address. You are careful as well when you are imputing data, not only sending money, when you are imputing data. So if you impute the wrong data, Otilo, it means still that the data you impute is permanent there. You cannot change it, because remember we talked about hash and blocks. So these are the questions I will take. I don't know if Mr. Elijah can answer.
Okay.
We
Yes,
have
please.
about skill and the rest. Yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Elijah, over to you.
Yeah. Just 1 minute. Then we go to our expert. Just a question, because I see the connection for the internet connectivity for citizens is a problem. Let's just now take opportunity when she is connected. So again, what we got opportunity to bring blockchain to Burundi through our partnership with this great expert that we have here. Then that was amazing, because students in Burundi, those who never even tried blockchain, they got just 3 days to have some knowledge, and the work on project. So I would like just to invite citizens to speak on behalf of her experience during this June Tech, and what is important. What did she get from blockchain? What's her mind? Perhaps she was inspired, and they don't as well. Even he's the one who was asked the question. Now he have to answer the question as well. So citizen, please tell us about your experience with the blockchain and what you learned in Gitega, and why you think that's important to keep on bringing it to Burundi. Okay, citizen. Okay, the connection is not for today. Okay, okay. Don, do you have a Don, perhaps? Okay, Don, can you speak?
Yeah.
Can you just tell us about it, please? What was the experience, and why citizen trying to reconnect?
Okay.
Just 1 minute, so we can go back.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, I would like to share my experience at Juntech Festival organized by KitHub and its partner. Attending this event was really a transformative opportunity for me. I had the chance to present my crowdfunding platform called dufashe.com to a diverse audience, which was both exciting and the feedback I received was invaluable, and I'm proud to say that I connected with potential partners and the investors who share my vision for revolutionizing crowdfunding in Burundi. During the event, I also had the opportunity to dive deeper into blockchain technology. For that, I thank so much Mr. Kenne. He was my teacher. I discovered its incredible advantages such as transparency, security, decentralization, and immutability. This feature not only enhances trust in digital transactions but also empower individuals and communities by providing them with, I can say, greater control over their financial activities and and so on. Overall, Juntech reaffirmed my commitment to driving through technology, and I'm grateful for connection I have made there. Uh, to finish that, I would like to thank GitHub, especially first of all, Mr. Kremai Giraneza, the founder of GitHub, for organizing such a rich event, and also thank his partner, Tingez and Blockchain, and the other partners for organizing such a rich event. I
Thank
think
you very much.
that is what I have to say now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's profit now, citizen, because the technology is a feminine as well. We cannot just think that the blockchain is only for men. We have even women just sit like citizen. Citizen, just we have 1 minute. Tell us your experience, then we go back to our questions, please. Can you tell us your experience from blockchain? What you learning, citizen? Can you hear us? No, I think she can. Cannot hear us.
Connectivity.
Okay. So let's go back to our question then. Our experts, our partners. Yeah. Now we have a question. Did somebody ask? I think we already heard that.
Citizen, I think she can hear. Citizen, are you around?
Thank you, Alex,
Okay,
for welcoming me, and I'm so sorry for the connection. First of all, what? Yeah, of course.
The connection.
Problem.
Okay. Anyway, so that's good. Let's just let's just go back to our question while hoping that she'll be back. Again, our expert. The question we have some question here. I think we already heard about it, but let me just read the question. It was about smart construction, no smart contract. Can you please again? There's one question which was I don't know if you see that question. Okay, can you please explain again what are smart contracts and how they are used? Thank you. That was the question from Mr. Oli Nishimwe.
Yeah, so I guess that was what I spoke about.
Yes.
Yeah, so smart contracts are basically programs that are on the blockchain. So they are they execute taxes on the blockchain. So let's say if you are trying to do something, so it's smart contracts that does that stuff for you on the blockchain. If you are trying to like deploy a cryptocurrency, or you're trying to deploy an NFT, or you're trying to send money on the blockchain, it goes through smart contracts. So if there's no smart contract on your platform, it won't work. So basically what blockchain engineers do, or what blockchain developers do, is they write smart contracts for you. So those smart contracts are the ones in charge of anything that you do on the blockchain. So for you to actually send money, you need smart contracts. For you to deploy NFT, you need smart contracts. Let's say a smart contracts are like the errand boy. So if you want to do something, you have to call smart contracts to do it for you. So you won't see it, but they are there. So that's the explanation of smart contracts.
Yeah. So can you just take this question? I think you spoke again about it. The question was again, what makes blockchain secure?
So what makes blockchain secure is the decentralization of blockchain. You understand? Just like I said, it's decentralized. Nobody has control over it. If I want to send, if I want to hold something on the blockchain, let's say I'm actually putting in data on the blockchain, I'm storing data on the blockchain, or I'm storing my information on the blockchain. So nobody has access to delete it without confirming from the other nodes, and there's no way you can confirm from the other nodes all over the world because you don't know where they are. You understand? So it's secure. Nobody can tamper with your information or tamper with your money without your access. You understand? So if I have money in my wallet and I have my private keys and I have my secret phrases, even if I change my phone or even if I give you my phone, if you don't know my private key or my secret phrase, you can't access my wallet. Even if you access the wallet, you can't send out the money. You understand?
Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. Now we move to the next question. What skills are needed to work in the blockchain industry? Please.
Okay, so I don't, Mr. Kennedy, do you want to talk about that or should I proceed?
I mean, Mr. Kine is not around. I think
Oh, okay. He
try
has
to
a
join
network
the
issue.
US citizen in the problem
Oh.
of security.
Okay, so when it comes to skills, I mean anybody can work in the blockchain. Anybody. There are lots of opportunities on the blockchain. You can work as a writer, you can work as a developer, you can work as a designer, you can work as an engineer, you can work as a marketer. So it depends on what you know how to do and what you can do or what you have passion for. So whatever you are doing currently, you can do it on the blockchain. If you are into fashion designing, you can design on the blockchain. Anything you know how to do currently, you just need to find a way to implement blockchain into it, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Now we have Kenneth back. We thought that Kenneth decided to join citizen and those who had bad connection. But thank God he's back. Kenny, we had the question. I don't know if he's boring us. Kenny, where the question? Can you follow up? I think the connection is still
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Okay. Kenny, the question was
So, so I will
what
add a little to, yeah, I
yeah.
will add a little to what Mr. Elijah said. Based, ca- can you
Yeah.
guys hear me?
We
Yes,
can hear you.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you, Kenny. We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, please go on, Kenny. Go on. We can hear you.
I think
Okay.
the
I
network
think
is bad.
I'm
Yeah,
losing you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
yeah, we
can
can hear you.
we can hear you. I think we need to see how we can use blockchain
Okay,
connectivity.
okay. I heard the question. The question.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think
So
I'll move forward. Yeah.
go forward. So the next question was, what are the challenges and the limitation of blockchain technology? Do you have do you have answer on that one? What are the challenges?
Uh, the challenges and limitations. Mm, I know there will be challenges definitely. The challenges like the phishing that I talked about. So most people they they go and take blockchain companies' information and pose as a blockchain company, and they send you links that look like the blockchain company. So that's the current challenge we are facing in the blockchain because you can't actually differentiate when you see a link. Like I can't actually be looking at this link and trying to figure out the differences on this link. Like the one I'm seeing now, this streamyard.com E7 something something something. Yeah. Like anybody can send you a link like this and you think it's from the right source and then you click on this link and then your money is gone. And yeah, that's the number one challenge you're having now on the blockchain. So as for limitation, I mean, there's no limit to what blockchain can do or what it has been doing. And I know blockchain is going to get better. There are more things coming on the blockchain, so it depends on what you're using blockchain for. So you can't say the limitation of the entire blockchain. Maybe you can say limitation of cryptocurrency or limitation of NFTs or limitation of difference. And mind you, cryptocurrency, NFT, and every other thing on the blockchain are different from the blockchain. So cryptocurrency is not the blockchain; it's a product of the blockchain. So let's not confuse ourselves. So if you're talking about limitation, let's be a little bit specific. Is
Specific.
limitation of yeah So limitation of cryptocurrency or limitation of NFT or any other thing. So as for blockchain entirely, I don't think there's a limitation currently. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, now we have a Kenneth back. Kenneth back. Do you? I think when it disappeared in the connect, you were talking about the skills needed for blockchain industry. Do you still want to add something there, and as well as add something on what just heard about the challenge in
Yeah,
the
I guess Mr. Elijah said it all. The thing in the blockchain is that every skill we have, anyone have at the moment is needed in the blockchain. So whether you are a writer, you are an artist, you are a musician, it was I think last week here in Abuja, I met someone who launched his album in the blockchain, in a blockchain, and even the like the person, the people, let me say, the community within that blockchain are supporting him, buying his music, giving him, making him more popular, across the globe. So it doesn't matter what you are doing, whether you are a farmer, any skill set you have, you can get it into the blockchain. The blockchain is just like an era of a new era of the internet. That's just it. It's not like something we are just going to bring from the moon or anywhere. So it's just here. So in terms of limitation, Mr. Elijah said something, and that's correct. You can only say limitation of NFTs, because NFTs, there are places you don't use NFTs, or you can't use NFTs or talk about cryptocurrency. But the blockchain is used in every sector, everywhere: education, economy, supply chain, fuel transportation, anywhere, logistics, anywhere you be able to use it, because we are talking about data, we are talking about imputation of data, we are talking about security, we are talking about transparency. So any dealing in the world, anywhere in the world, you could be able to implement blockchain. The question should be where are the limits? Maybe you could put NFTs and the rest of them. So these are places, like you also mentioned, there's a huge difference. uh for me, I always describe blockchain in a way that the blockchain is the railway, while the crypto or any other thing is just the train on it. So without the railway, the train cannot flow. But without train, we can have railway. But without the railway, we cannot have a train. That's what I believe. So without the blockchain, we cannot have NFTs. We cannot have cryptocurrencies. But without cryptocurrencies, we can have blockchain, because blockchain is what gave birth to crypto. So cryptocurrencies are just the product of
really good.
blockchain. So that's it for me.
That'll be good. So yes, I think as the time is running out, we have just two questions left,
I
and
don't know if you guys can hear me.
yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you.
yes, we can hear you now, Kenneth. So we have two questions left, but one was, let me just take the one for you, and the other we just try to answer together. Before that, I will mention that people are just very happy, thanking you guys, because this is wonderful. You just give us more information. You just push us to learn more and do more. So just let me that question, which is this again, for you guys again. How can we use the blockchain in IoT and in AI? If it's possible to use that, is it possible to use that in AI? So I think that's yeah. We already heard about it. So please, if you can spend again.
Yeah, the thing there is, when we talk about blockchain, we talk about AI. Yeah, the combination of blockchain and AI is crazy, is massive. You understand? People are still exploring that. I won't tell you that there are perfect, although the blockchain is still not perfect, but there is no perfect combination at the moment of, okay, blockchain and AI. There are certain blockchains that are implementing AI. What it means is that there are areas in the AI where you could implement blockchain, like in the storage of data. AI work with data, and most data AI that fits on AI are being gotten from the cloud computing, if I'm correct. If you are using something like Chat GPT, when you go online to get information, those informations you get are being stored on the cloud, right? And people can easily change it, if I'm correct. Then now is where blockchain comes in to store those data. that those data cannot be changed again. So whatever you have there, you have it there. So whenever you call on the AI to do certain things, so there are blockchains. I wouldn't. There are blockchains doing something that are compatible with AI at the moment. Blockchains like ICP currently they have developed something that even if you are an AI project, you could be able to implement their blockchain into what you are doing because it has a space, it has a way for AI to function properly on the blockchain. So there are so many things people are building. The combinations are coming out. I guess even what the updates of maybe Chat GPT and the other AIs that we are having, will be having, or we have, there are the improvements. People are already working on the combination of AIs and the blockchain. So even with the IoT is the Internet of Things. Um, the people in the agricultural sector, basically people that deals on agricultural sector, are mostly one of the most people who advocate for IoTs because of irrigation and the rest. So currently they're also exploring how IoT and blockchain can merge together and become a powerful combination. But it's just something people are still exploring, and if there are use cases out there, would also try to test it to see how it works.
Very good. Yes. So now we have the last question. Then we be just finishing. The last question, I think, it was the question from Mr. Javier Vianney. He was asking, I want to know the goal of this blockchain builders program. That's, and I keep that question for the last one. So yeah, and I will be happy to be the first to start to answer that one. Yeah. As I said, I'm the founder of GitHub. GitHub, which is a base in Burundi. By the way, Burundi, one of East Africa countries. For those who don't know about Burundi, Burundi is as a young population. The average age is 17.3, whereby as well more than 75% are under 25 years old. So this is the capital. This is the money. This is the future. So the only thing that we believe in GitHub is the future will be successful or sustainable if we invest in education. Not any kind of education that's creating jobs. So we got opportunity to work with the 10 girls in blockchain during our June Tech, which is annually Tech Festival in Burundi, the first one, by the way. So from that one, we noticed that there is a need. There is a need to create a job. If you heard about our expert, they talk about the use of blockchain, talk about all kind of banking system, talk about protecting data. It means that there is a job. The only thing that we need is just to give the knowledge, to bring knowledge. So the aim of blockchain, Burundi Blockchain Builder Program, which is the first one, by the way, again, is we are going to bring that knowledge with the intention to create jobs. This is a project-based programs. We are going to have a series as today. This was the introduction. We'll be having more seminars whereby we keep on inviting people, both in diaspora, in Burundi, and our friends, so to bring more knowledge. We'll be having workshops whereby we're going as well to go to all that applicability possibilities to use blockchain. Then we have our special program, which is a cohort of 80 weeks. That special program, it is very competitive. We are going to have perhaps few people on it because our aim is to bring the technology. What we want to bring on table is what? We want just to show people that blockchain is not about crypto, as Mr. Ken explained. There be blockchain in all aspects. Blockchain in education, blockchain in finances, or metaverse. So there is a possibility. There is a need of adopting that technology. This emerging technology, and this one is the one we're going to create job in Burundi. So yes, the aim of this program is again to create jobs. If there's no job in Burundi, we bring job in Burundi. And the aim here is to bring knowledge to solve local problems using our talents. Using as well as you see the Pan-African spirit. When our countries, we go together as children of Africa to bring solution in Africa. There's, of course, we're partnering with our international organization because we need that kind of knowledge exchange and the create opportunity together. So that's why we are bringing this program. But we are counting on you guys to reach out with suggestion, and we are as well reaching out to the government, to the universities, to all people, even the company outside Burundi that are willing to invest or to join us this movement. Because there is really, it Burundi is Eldorado. If we have that so young population, it is a place to invest, and the technology is the solution, is the way to go. So I'm so passionate when I talk about the opportunity in Burundi, because we have seen Kenny and I and the team that there is really opportunity. So let's come together. So Burundi blockchain build a program is to invest in people, invest in young people, invest in a country so we can bring knowledge, which is the solution for the sustainable development. Yes, Kenny and everyone, you can just to answer as well. And you can add more if you want to add more, guys. Anyone want to answer? I said it. I said it all. Yes.
I think the major aim, if you ask me, I think the aim of blockchain builders is to equip people in Burundi with skills and talents to work anywhere in the world.
Yes.
Like when I was back home in Nigeria, I used to work for a company in Dubai. So if I didn't have those skills, I wouldn't be able to work for a company in Dubai.
Yes.
You can actually work from anywhere if you have the skills. I think blockchain is the future, so it's good to tap in now and start finding your way. If you want to be an engineer, if you want to be a writer, a designer, whatever you want to do, it's good to start doing it now.
Very good. Yes, I think. Thank you very much. Yes, it's the time now, as you said. It's the time now. Please join us in this movement, and we cannot be more thankful. Our partner, 10 years in blockchain, they are doing an amazing job. If there is a greater partner that we have been having, is these guys, the passion, the love of creating, of giving us knowledge in order to create a job, even to create some development in our country. So we are thankful for that. I don't know. So now you can just take the last statement. I will give you just 1 minute. If you have to say something, yeah, please, and including Don.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll go first.
You just said.
Go.
Okay, can you go first, please?
Yes. Okay.
Yes, the last statement.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chris. Thank you, KitHub, for partnering with Teen Girls and Blockchain. This is one of our goals to make sure we have we reach across Africa to preach the gospel of blockchain and create job for our sisters and also our brothers to enjoy decentralization as the world is changing. We are together with you guys in this builders program. I will continue to put in our own quota to see how we can make it more effective. I would urge every youth in Burundi try and be part of this community. And as a builder, as someone who is aspiring to be a leader, not only in Burundi, not only in East Africa or in Africa, but the world at large, tap into the blockchain. I believe by Monday, the flyer for the builders program will be out. I will be making sure we get experts. We also get blockchains across the globe that will be coming in to support builders in Burundi. Because when I was in Burundi, I saw a whole lot of opportunity. People can build local things, you know, and even in Kirundi, the language you speak, you can build in Kirundi on the blockchain, and things are being executed, and you get the dividend. So thank you very much for having us, for having me. From here, from Abuja, Nigeria, we say much love to everyone listening to us, even if you are going to listen after. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, stay updated, follow us on all the handles, follow KitHub, follow Teen Girls and Blockchain on LinkedIn, follow for more insightful activities and updates. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kenny. It's always honor, it's a pleasure to work with you. Your energy, your passion, man. we cannot wait again to be in Burundi together and create impact, the push boundaries, put mountain. Yes.
Yeah, I would love to say something too. So I want to say thank you to Kids Up and the organizers of this event. It's a pleasure being here, and I'm so happy to see people trying to get ideas and knowledge from what we are sharing here. And I would say we should um, we should look out for more from Kids Up, Thinkers and Blockchain in general. Yeah, and I'm going to give us um, a bonus tip. I'm starting up a YouTube channel for people that wants to learn web development. I'm going to reach out to GitHub and TGIB in general. So we'll find a way for you guys to key in if you want to learn web development for the blockchain and and not for the blockchain. So if you don't want to work for the blockchain, it's okay. But yes, this is an idea I just got this morning. I said, why not teach people web development? So if you want to join in, please stick with Kids Hub at TGIB. They are going to have all the links to everything you need to get started on your journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother. It is an honor, and now I'm more seeing you, Burundi. Last time we had Kenny. Now I see you, man. That's will be crazy. So
Yes.
I'm thankful because this is about our generation. This is our time, whereby we join our forces. It doesn't matter where we build the future. When we have that connection, and I feel the passion, you even more web development. I think we learn more. We learn more. I have just take opportunity to introduce what we signed to create together with the Team Girl blockchain. We have a ComLab community laboratory whereby we are going to push together to work together. So anything more that you can bring on the table, guys, just bring it because we have youth, we have people, we have companies. Yeah, for me, then I will just let me Don say something. Then we close our event. Don,
Yeah, you just can you hear me?
yes.
You just highlight that there is an upcoming code. For that, I shared the registration link in the comment. You can see the last comment. There is the registration link. And before we close this, I'd like to summarize some key takeaways from today's session. We have covered the foundation of blockchain technologies, how it works, its various use cases, the role of smart contract and future trends like Web3, no fungible tokens, what's common called the NFTs. I'd like to remind you that to keep an eye out for our future webinars, workshop, and other events where we will continue exploring these important topics. Thank you all for participating. Special thanks to our speakers, Kenny and Elijah. A special thanks for Mr. Kramer, the founder of GitHub. We hope this session has been helpful to all of us and look forward to seeing you at the future event. I think that is what I can say
Very
as
good.
a last word. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. But I want just to finish by making a call for the government, because Burundi and then just please our president that's working, that's he decide to put youth in the front of development. So just this is the call for the institution in Burundi. Do you have any project? Do you think that blockchain can be? And we believe that this is an answer for your question: to create job, to make the system more secure, to do more. We call that university to join us. We call institution. Just reach out. Let's work together. Let's build the Burundi and Africa, the great one that we really want to see. So thank you very much. This was our webinar. This is the first one of more coming webinar. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Can you please, before we close, can you please present the registration link for the upcoming code?
Okay. I think I will. Yeah. Okay. Do you have it? So yeah.
Yeah, in the last comment.
The last comment. Okay. I don't know if I can see that. Okay. Yeah, this one. Yes. This is the one. Yeah. For those who stay in line, yeah, this is the code. As we said, we are bringing on a cohort. Now we can just speak in French. Voilà, donc c'était vraiment exceptionnel d'avoir donc ce webinaire. On a pu apprendre, on a pu montrer combien on est vraiment déterminé. Donc juste en travaillant ensemble, on peut vraiment créer du changement. Alors on vous invite alors à joindre donc cette formation qui est de 8 semaines. C'est donc un partenariat énorme. Là, on va entrer en profondeur. Là, on va vraiment former des blockchain builders. Alors, nous, on ne dit pas qu'on a le monopole des connaissances. C'est pour ça qu'on invite le partenariat d'autres organisations, des universités, qu'on travaille ensemble. Le Burundi, c'est pour nous tous. On ne pourra que travailler ensemble si on veut vraiment voir le changement au pays. Alors, donc, voilà le lien. Si vous êtes un individu, donc vous avez des connaissances en blockchain, vous êtes au Burundi, vous êtes de la diaspora, on est ouvert. Il y a Don qui est responsable de Community Laboratory. Et puis, on a mentionné comme là, qui est une Community Laboratory, qui est vraiment donc, son mouvement, cette famille pour l'innovation digitale, l'employabilité et l'entrepreneuriat tech. On est en train de transformer le pays dans le sens où on se dit, c'est une prise de conscience. Si on ne travaille pas ensemble, on ne pourra jamais ou jamais changer la donne au pays quand il s'agit de création de l'emploi. Et la technologie, c'est la clé. Alors, donc, je ne souhaite pas monopoliser ou bien me maintenir longtemps ici. Au revoir à tout le monde. Veuillez nous suivre sur nos liens. Vous aurez plus d'informations. Ou bien, veuillez nous visiter à Kabondo, là où nous sommes. Vous demandez M. Don, Dushime Delis. Il pourra vous expliquer plus sur les programmes en rapport avec Community Laboratory. À la prochaine. Imani Bazigame. Right.
Yeah, I just left my number in the comment.
So, okay, cheers.